football. Let's get into my list. Of course, I have to get into my list. And of course, I'm going to accompany my list with a little video production as well. But let's start off number 5. Yes, sir. Number 1 overall pick in 2011. Transfer from Glenn College, Cam Newton. These are just some of the most memorable plays I remember from these guys' career. Cam Newton's amazing play in the Iron Bowl to come back. Auburn versus Alabama, one of the greatest memories. 24-point comeback, the largest deficit ever. Cam Newton did his damn thing, man. In Florida, he left. They won a national championship. Glenn College won a national championship. Auburn won a national championship. And the numbers speak for themselves. Again, it was the third player to rush for 20 touchdowns and throw for 20 touchdowns in a season. First player in SEC history to throw for 2,000 and rush for 1,000. And one of the most memorable seasons we've ever seen in college football. Cameron Jarrell, Newton, number 5 on my list. Let's get into number 4. You see it. Why? Nah. Number 4 on my list, Troy Smith, one of the greatest Buckeyes of all time. Let's see how he throws that ball right here. This is one of the most memorable plays in my Ohio State history. Penn State, sling that pill, boy. Sling that pill, boy. He could throw the ball, man. One of the highest Heisman victories ever. 86.7%, still a record to this day. 2006 Player of the Year, 2006 Archie Griffin Award winner, 2006 Fiesta Bowl winner. And, again, other than Texas and Penn State the year before, he only had lost 2 games in his career as a starter. Came back 2007, unfortunately lost in the national championship game, but only had 4 passes, albeit Troy Smith, one of my favorites ever in the history of the program. That's why he is number 4 on my college players I've seen all the time. Let's get into number 3. Y'all ever seen a Mamba? How about a black Mamba? Yes, DeAnthony Thomas, if you guys remember, the speedster from Oregon, electrified the country in 2011. Freshman season, had 18 touchdowns, 2,235 all-purpose yards, some of them being here. Whew, look at this man. Look at this man. Shifty ain't even the word. DeAnthony Thomas was amazing at his time in Oregon. 18 touchdowns the following year as a sophomore. Was on the Heisman list. He had 2 carries in the Rose Bowl. 155 yards, okay? 2 carries and 155 yards. How do you do that? Doesn't make sense, but he did it. 314 all-purpose yards in the 2012, 314 all-purpose yards in that game as well. The Black Mamba, DeAnthony Thomas, one of the most electrifying players I had ever seen. Ever. Cannot have a list without this guy on it. Just gotta be real. Cannot, will not. It's one of the greatest to ever do it. The introduction to Tim Tebow is here. This is the first time I was ever able to see the man and say, oh, this is special. Chris Lee National Championship. But Tim Tebow was very instrumental. Got a championship in 2006. Won his own in 2008. Of course, led them to that championship as well. But Tim Tebow is the ultimate college football quarterback. I mean, God, football, and Gators. That's what it was about in Florida. Did win the Heisman, first sophomore to win the Heisman Trophy in 2007. He only threw 15 interceptions in 4 years. That's amazing. That's an amazing stat to me. Tim Tebow, one of the greatest I've ever seen. We know it went a little different for him when he got to the league, but hey. Last but not least, roll the tape. Roll the tape. 2005 Heisman Trophy winner. I don't care if it was vacated. You ever seen somebody do this? Whoa, stop on a dime, get out of here. To the house. 513 yards in that game. 513 yards in that game. 2-time All-American, as I said. National Championship 2003-2004. First Trojan since Marcus Allen to lead the Trojans in all-purpose yards. Reginald Bush. Yes, the Bushman. Reggie Bush was amazing. He was nothing short of amazing. Simple. What else do you want me to say? Y'all saw him. If you didn't see him, highlights. It's the first time we ever really saw highlight tapes of football players like that. First time in my life. Reggie Bush, #1 college football player I've ever seen in my whole life. If you disagree, you smoke crack, don't you? I want to show the fans some love, you know what I'm saying, our supporters some love. Corey Fincham sent in his top 5. I'm just going to give you the names, give you a little synopsis of what he said. I don't know if this is ordered or not, but he said Vince Young for Texas, Darren McFadden, Arkansas. Y'all can read the descriptions there as well. Tommy Frazier from Nebraska. He comes from a different era, man. He comes from a different era. I don't, you got to know. If you know, you know. Michael Vick is going to show up in this list, and Tim Tebow as well. I gotta show respect to Tim Tebow, man. I don't know how I don't know how you can have a list of college football players without Tim Tebow. I mean, maybe he thinks it was all hype, but I ain't never seen nothing like Tim Tebow in college. That man had all of God on his side every game.